Well, Larry, it's been a little bit since we've been together.
Yep.
Luckily, nothing really has happened since we were here the last time.
So I went back to work, finally.
Yeah, and some minor riots and some other problems. So,
Yep.
What are we doing tonight?
Becky.
What happened by your fort, Becky?
It's a VOD starring Kevin James and LuLu Wilson, and you've got some convicts that are trying to basically kill their way out of prison successfully, led by Kevin James. He's got a whole team. They're after a MacGuffin. They're after an item, and they're trying to get to it at all costs. But Joel McHale, Lulu, and all the rest of them sort of getting in the way. I don't know, were you consider it to be action when you got a little girl that's running around fighting adult men that are 10 times
Yeah,
her
no,
size?
it felt like a little bit of an action movie. It almost felt like a dark comedy. You know, because it's funny watching literally her just tear these Nazi racist guys up. It's like, I know you brought up Home Alone.
Yeah.
If a Home Alone, Kevin McAllister was fucking Rambo.
Well, evil. It's like an evil Kevin McAllister movie. Like an evil Home Alone. We'll have to start off by saying this is a dark and kind of gruesome movie. This has a lot of gore. It's low budget, but there's some really graphic scenes, like, once again, eyeball stuff.
Yeah, it's not for everybody out there.
No, a lot of people...
There's a lot of cliche graphic scenes. The ones I think of, the movies I think of when I see that was like I Spit on Your Grave. I don't know if you've ever seen that
and
one.
the one where...
Hostel.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I mean, there was even a similar eyeball scene in Hostel.
Yeah, it had a lot of that kind of gore.
Well, the whole movie just starts up with the whole cliche, like I was saying. You know, they're going out to the woods and the forest, to the lake house.
Oh, they're driving to a remote place in the woods with bad cell phone signal.
You got the new girlfriend, her mom's just died.
Yes.
You know, she's still pissed off about it.
She's very upset.
And she's not happy. And what does Dad do? He invites the new girlfriend to say, hey, look, we're getting married.
Right.
And then she gets pissed off, runs out in the woods.
It's all of the just cliches that we've seen in other movies. Now, luckily, though, they kind of got away from that at the 32-minute
It does. We actually looked, and it was, like you said, 32 minutes once the action starts. And then I actually started having a lot of fun with the movie.
I did too. That was the fun part. The first 30 minutes is a slog. They had a little bit of violence and a little bit of crazy stuff happening in the beginning with the breakout and all this other stuff, but I'm sorry, it just wasn't enough.
Yeah, the first 32 minutes was just... The filming and everything just didn't seem to connect with the rest of the movie. You know? It was, good filming about hour or 32 minutes passed.
Yeah.
And that first 32 minutes, it was just, like you said, they're panning, they're going all over, kind of some shaky cam.
I mean, I wanted gruesome, crazy action scenes like they showed in the trailer, but it was such a slow build-up, and it was so cliched. But then when you finally got to it, at the 30-minute mark, that's when the Becky comes in.
The fun happens.
Becky turns into, and I don't want to spoil anything, but Becky, as you've seen in the trailer, is a bit of a psychopath.
I can always be found. I can always be found. I will stand by your side, and I want you to find me, so I'll stand by your side.
She's got problems, and she's got her eyes are just wide open the whole movie, and she looks scary. I mean, I don't know if she's like that in real life, but she was just like this the whole time, just freaking out.
You got her eyes.
I mean, it was insane. But she actually turned out to be a badass.
I think she just kind of snapped out there. I think this whole situation, the build-up, the dad, the mom,
it was all
girlfriend, it was just too much for her.
Joel McHale, excellent. I loved him in this movie. I thought he was doing really good up until he disappeared. And he was only in the movie for what felt like a short amount of time, but the scenes like that he was in were great. And I knew he is probably the costliest actor. So
yeah, we should really bring up is Kevin James, because I think that's what everybody really wants to know about. He's changing his mold. He's taking on a new character, kind of like how Adam Sandler did in Uncut Gems.
Yeah,
this is definitely not his Uncut Gems, for sure. Definitely not. But he's taking on a new role here. He's kind of going away from the funny man.
Yeah.
And I thought he was pretty good in the movie, but I will not lie, I thought he was going to be in more of the movie. This seemed to be more of a LuLu Wilson movie. which I wasn't completely expecting. Got the buddy back here.
Hi.
But yeah, I mean, I thought he did a pretty good job. I think it's a good start for him if he wants to try different roles like this in the future.
Yeah, and what we're saying is he had some great moments.
Yeah.
He had some bloody, gory moments. He had some moments where he was really angry, and you don't see that often with Kevin James, and he had some really psychotic moments.
My companion here, the unreasonably large, scary one, he's gonna hold your dad still while I hurt him. I can promise you it will not be pleasant.
See, in the trailer, you'll see that he looks psychotic in the trailer, and that's how he is in this movie sometimes. But the problem was, there wasn't any depth to his character. He was a racist, he was in prison, and he hurt people. His bad side sometimes faded away, and you saw the old Kevin James.
Hi, I'm Doug. I'm a Pisces. I like walks in the rain and bags of pork rinds.
Yeah, you did. I did have a problem. You start seeing it's hard.
It's hard to get.
It's hard to separate those two. You
Yeah.
still see Kevin James, the beard. I mean, it may be
It'd be
gnarly,
like-
but
it's hard to explain.
You
It's like-
still see Kevin James behind that.
I've seen hundreds of episodes of his stuff because my wife used to watch some, and I used to watch a little bit of some of his stuff. But it was like seeing Big Bird with a chainsaw.
Who is a friend like to
I mean, it's just you can't. It's hard to just let
God,
yourself
I just
go.
got a
You know,
visual.
you got to try to get into these movies, and I just couldn't quite. I saw the tats. They did smart. They knew that Kevin James by himself would not be threatening, so they put tattoos all over him. He had tattoos all over his chest, his back of his head.
Yeah, and he has a following here, and that's where some of this kind of goes off to the ridiculous point. Like Apex, he's like 6'10",
Apex, I love.
and all the other boys in here. You see her just dismantling them.
Yeah.
And you know that in real life, this isn't going to happen.
I like how, though, I knew that we were going to think that, but I do like how clever it was.
Yeah, the way they put it together, you do kind of feel like this little girl could do some of this stuff.
They didn't do... Okay, it wasn't like Home Alone 3, where these insane things are happening. Like she's building jet engines or something.
Yeah.
It's normal stuff. Like, she's using nails and
School
boards.
supplies.
Yeah, and things that she has right in front of her. She's not like MacGyver.
Now what?
Yeah.
She actually, she uses the dogs. She's got nails and all this other stuff, and I like that. They didn't go overboard. They kept it realistic with this girl is not scared to die.
And she's kind of nowadays, the scream queen. I mean, she does all these horrors. Annabelle Creation.
Yeah.
What else was she in?
She's
Haunting a Hill House.
Yeah, Hill House. Yeah, she's been quite a few of
she's
them.
the new it girl for these horror movies.
Yeah.
Where this is like more of a dark comedy.
Yes, I forgot about Ouija.
Ouija Origin Evil.
Yeah, I liked her, and she was one of the better characters in that, actually.
But she's kind of got a hold on her, and I think she's a pretty talented young actress. I thought she was good here.
Yeah, she's got some range. I still don't see her as a lead.
No, I see her growing into
something better.
I do see her being around for years to come.
Yeah.
Definitely acting maybe her entire life.
Yeah.
I don't see her getting stigmatized by being a child actor.
No, I don't either. I can see her moving on from this and doing anything that she wants, really. What did you think about the way the movie unfolded?
Well, I think the biggest problem was the MacGuffin device.
Yes.
You got this device, the key.
That's what they're looking for. A key.
Yeah, they're looking for this key. You never learn what it is, what it goes to. It's just sequel bait.
And then they even say, this key will open something that'll change the world.
And
it's like,
and that's where at some point I was like, is he? Because he said it's going to change your lives too.
Yeah.
What the fuck could it open that would make it worth all of this?
It's worth much more than that. See, I don't expect you to understand this, but I'm doing it for your kind as much as mine.
It's weird. And now I'm curious what this key goes to, and you never know.
They had the setup where Joel McHale getting married to a black woman, and I thought they were going to really dive into that, torture them because of that. And that became this key, and all the rest was just kind of forgotten.
Yeah.
Like, if you'd have told me he wasn't a Nazi at the end, I'd been like, well, I guess not.
Yeah, I feel like that was just a secondary. That was something that they just said we're going to throw in to make him the bad guy.
They needed to make him
You have
evil.
to do something extra to make Kevin James seem alarming.
And they wanted to create a feeling of happiness when she was killing them by making them extreme right Nazi nightmares. That they were nightmares.
And for some people, you may enjoy watching this.
Yes, and some people will take a lot of happiness out of it. I enjoyed the violence. I enjoyed seeing the little girl attack and go on the Rambo offensive.
Yes.
And that was another one, Rambo.
Rambo.
She was like that in the woods, stabbing people with stuff, and I mean, that was great.
Yeah, using homemade devices.
But like you said, video, it was pretty good in the middle to end. The action scenes were well shot. I thought they were very visceral, like blood squirting out, and like it was realistic looking. The sound and the music, it was okay.
It's something that just you really don't catch on to and notice.
I don't think some of the recordings were done very well in the house. I think it was better outside for some reason, but
yeah, it does feel better outside. Almost like they had 2 different cinematographers.
Where's Lenny at?
I think he went outside.
Okay, good. They do kill a dog. And they not only kill the dog, they shoot the fucking dog like 3 or 4 times on screen. And it's like, oh my God. And I was so sad. And they punched one of the other ones so hard he was unconscious. So...
but I did like Apex in the movie. I thought he was a good character.
Apex was great.
There was a certain way that I told him I thought the movie was going to go. Doesn't happen. You kind of liked the ending, didn't you? You liked what happened there.
Kind of. Yeah.
I kind of was seeing something else happening because I seen that Apex, he does kind of have a heart in this movie.
Yeah, the big guy, there's a twist ending with Robert and Lulu, and it's fantastic. I loved it. It just came out of nowhere. It was short, sweet, and I was like, yes! Yes!
I was kind of hoping something else was going to happen, and the way they do set this up, this is a movie does kind of let you know what's going to happen in the movie before it actually happens.
Well, it's one of those scenes where she's in the hospital.
Well, it's one of those things where it starts off by kind of showing you what happens at the end in a way, and then goes to the movie. So I was kind of thinking maybe behind the curtain that you're not seeing at the beginning, someone may have been there, but
it's the cliche. Once again, they started with a lot of them. It was the cliche. The girl, after the event, was in the hospital talking to the police and the doctors, and she was just being like quiet and like this. They've done that in, I don't know, countless movies. So, Larry, let's get to the ending of this thing. Because we got another one coming up.
Yes, the Netflix one. What's it called?
The Last Day of American Crime, I think.
I hear that's one special.
Something like that. So, Larry.
Becky,
what would your final rating be?
I'm going to say, honestly, it would have been a pretty good January movie.
Yes.
You know, it's not great.
Is it a good coronavirus sit home and just watch something
sure. Like, if you're just sitting at home, you want to see something that does feel... I did feel like this could have been something released to the theaters.
It was an hour. It was an hour and 40 minutes, but here's the thing. I'm glad we rented it for $5 at home instead of seeing it at the theater for $30 because it wasn't quite theater.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to pay $30 for it.
No,
but like I said, a January movie, I could see something like this. It was filmed well. It didn't have a high production value. I thought LuLu Wilson was good. Kevin James was better than I actually thought he was going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and give this one, man, C+.
C+. All right. Well, Lenny, what are you going to give it? Lenny don't care.
Better than Attorney.
He's pissed, probably because of the dogs. So, yeah, I understand. I would have to probably say I enjoyed seeing Kevin James trying something different. It didn't quite work as well as I hoped. Lulu was great, except she sometimes was getting on me with the whole eye movement thing. So, I wish there was more. I wish to God they would have teamed up. If Lulu and Joel McHale had teamed up the whole movie and did a buddy thing, that'd have been great. So, but I do have to mention one thing that's going to drop my score. The beginning of the movie kind of felt like Dreamcatcher. I was calling it because you had the car.
You were waiting for Lynn Shay to be like, ding, ding,
yes,
ding, ding.
you had the kid that hated the dad. It was a reversal. So, yes, it felt like Dreamcatcher. Sue me. I'm going to have to say this was a C.
See?
I would write dead center average.
Yeah, it's right in the middle. I mean, like you said, if you're sitting at home, you're just chilling, got nothing better to do, you want to see a movie.
Like if my dad, I'd say probably watch this. It's short, it's sweet, It's got violence and gore, and there are some fun moments. So yeah.
Yeah, and I would say it's like you said, it's short, hour and 33 minutes, I think.
Yeah. For my wife, don't watch this.
Yeah, it was paced fairly well. I didn't get bored or anything. So
yeah, if you're squeamish, don't like blood, don't like dogs getting shot, don't watch it.
Yep. But do us a favor, if you can, hit the subscribe button. Help us get to
5,000?
maybe 1,100. I think it is. Just make it 1 million.
Hey, just think right now we'd be at like 30,000 on Facebook.
Yeah. Until they got rid of us.
Until they trashed us.
Apparently, we don't meet their standards.
Yeah,
so.
we don't meet standards. Facebook standards, which, man, we are bad.
Anyways, guys, do us a favor. Hit that subscribe button. Help us get to 1,100, 1 million, 2 million, beyond, whatever it goes. And
you'll see us again wearing the same clothes in the next review.
Yeah.
So.
And comment, like, share, all that good stuff. I think that's all we got. So until next time, we'll see you later.
Peace.